We are decided to determine what the consequences of drug dealing and consumption are, not only study those by the effects in people's health, but also in the social, economic, and criminal justice aspects. Also, to generate some conscience on mostly teenagers being able not only of reducing the percentage of people consuming it, but prevent those who will be more likely to consume it. Mexico is the third country in consumption of cocaine after Canada and United States. In Mexico, the 3.05% of the population in the North consumes it. Transporting cocaine is very expensive and the prices increase as it gets closer to the United States. The kilogram of cocaine costs about $700 in the country of origin. In Mexico, at the north frontier costs around $12,000 to $15,000. When it enters the United States, it costs around $20,000, and when it reaches New York, it costs around $30,000. The problem of cocaine is worldwide. An article from Los Angeles Times says that there are about 200 million consumers of illegal drugs around the world. From these 200 million, 14 to 21 million are cocaine consumers. This number isn't that big, especially when you compare it with the number of marijuana consumers. This extreme variation is because of the big difference in the price of cocaine and marijuana. Another factor that affects this is that getting marijuana is easier than getting cocaine. Just North America represented about the 40% of the global consumption of cocaine of the world, which is about 470 tons in 2008. The consumption of cocaine in the United States decreased a lot between 1998 and 2008 because of the big consumption of the 90s, and after that it declined a lot. In Mexico, cocaine is in the second place of the most consumed drugs. Even though it is one of the most consumed, it has a really small growth. From 2008 to 2011, it had a growth in consumption of only 0.1%, passing from 0.4% to 0.5%. Which is really small compared with the United States consumption. The main effects on the mind may vary in intensity depending on the way of abuse. It has an intense euphoric effect called a rush, alertness, excitation, restlessness, irritability, and anxiety. The addiction level increases really quickly because the tolerance to its effects develops rapidly and users take higher and higher doses. At prolonged time or high doses can cause paranoia. Effects at a short time are exhaustion, sleep, and depression until they get another dose. Psychological effects that cocaine has on the body are increased blood pressure, increased heart rate, dilated pupils, insomnia, and loss of appetite. Long-term effects include cardiac arrhythmias, ischemic heart conditions, sudden cardiac arrest, convulsions, strokes, erosion of the upper nasal cavity, and death. Even though cocaine isn't the most consumed drug around the world, it's from the drugs that generated more money at its climax in the 90s, but it has decreased a lot because of the creation of conscience in people who consume it and people who will be the target of dealers for creating new consumers.